It's my life, my life.
What's the deal? I'm LATWAN, and today with this video we're going to talk about the importance of finding and keeping balance in your life when it pertains to everything, you know what I'm saying? Life, relationships, money, spiritual, spirit, physicality, all that stuff. You know, I'm gonna go deep into this. I'm gonna give you more of a breakdown of how I look at it, and also how I've read. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come up with all of this stuff just off the top of my head. I read books, you know what I'm saying? I watch lectures. I probably spend more time on YouTube watching things, you know what I'm saying, educational things, more than I watch TV. I don't even watch TV. I don't watch TV. I don't watch Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I spend majority of my time, if I'm not working, you know what I'm saying, or working out, I'm studying. Like, that's literally my life. You know what I'm saying? That's my life. And the crazy thing about it is, like, you know, I found out how much, like, I enjoy it. I enjoy this. I'm not really a person that, I'm still human, you know what I'm saying? So I still have to have my human interactions and stuff like that. But I'm not a person that, you know, need that. But I'm not even gonna go off on that tangent. Make sure you watch this entire video. Like, subscribe as well, for I got plenty more videos coming. And if you are more of a podcast person, I got a podcast as well that I release on there as well, and the link will be in the description. But okay, how to find balance in your life. Now, my perspective on this, first of all, you gotta know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, and what I mean by you gotta know yourself, like, you really gotta know yourself, you know, and knowing is just half the battle, you know what I'm saying? Because all of us know what we supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? You know you ain't supposed to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? But we still do it. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? I've always been a person that question, like, I know, you know what I'm saying? You know you ain't supposed to do nothing, but you still do it. And it's just like, it doesn't make sense. And mentally you become irritated with yourself because you're trying to wrap your mind around why are you still doing something that you know isn't either one, working for you, or two, is just, you know, it's destructive to you. But how that pertains to finding balance in my life, how I look at it is, you have to, you got to get to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to really know yourself, and we all know ourselves. Everybody know themselves. Everybody know who they really and truly are within. Everybody know the things that they're dealing with within and all that kind of stuff. But the key to me, for what has been for me, you know, because I'm never really just, one thing I've noticed about me, like, I'm never just really, like, down. I don't have, like, times in my life to where I'm, like, down for days. I don't have that. Or I don't have where I'm, like, really up. You know what I'm saying? Either I just am. You know what I'm saying? But I realize that's actually a good thing, because in life there's always a pendulum swing. If you could be having, you know, overindulging in, you know, things that you're not supposed to be doing. I'm just gonna give the example that I could just give, because it's just what it is. It's reality, and I don't care how you feel about it, you know what I'm saying, or what you feel you can do, but it's reality. Example of people that, you know, all they do is party and drink and stuff. Now, in the moment, that stuff feels good. I can understand why people do it. I understand why people do it, you know what I'm saying? I don't technically judge them, but I also understand that there's gonna be a pendulum swing when you do that. So, because I look at it as, like, drinking and doing all that kind of stuff, like, consistently, I look at that as like searching for instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? And when you are doing stuff like that, you can't find balance in life, because you either always gonna be on the high or you always gonna be on the low. But what people fail to realize, you know, I don't even think people fail to realize. I think everybody do know better. You know what I'm saying? But the average person knows better, you know, but they choose to still do what they know that they shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the imbalance comes in. It's like, bro, in your mind, you know, okay, I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? We all do it. Everybody does it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's exempt from it. If they say they are, they full of it. But your mind will say you need to do this. But then for some reason, you just can't get your body, or you just can't get motivated enough to pick your little body up and go do it. It's something, you know, how I look at it, I'm like, that's an imbalance in life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some kind of balance, and guaranteed that sometimes if you've been working hard and all that kind of stuff, you gotta chill out too. You know what I'm saying? Because life is about balance. Life isn't about being one thing. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to just be one thing anyways? That's boring as hell. Like, as a kid, you grow up thinking about perfection and stuff. You know, you think about perfection in a certain light as a kid when you're growing up. But now, as an adult, I don't want perfection. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it doesn't sound, that's boring. Perfection is boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we woke up, if we all just woke up tomorrow, everybody had $1 million, everybody was out of debt, everybody is emotionally happy, everybody is, you know, physically prospering and all this good shit. Eventually, we would find something to fuck up, because that'll just get boring. And then the same goes for when, you know, the other extreme of when you poor, you don't have nothing, you scavenging for everything that you do have. You see what I'm saying? But I think it's harder to come up out of the poor swing of life. You know, it's harder to come from that, and it's easier to fall from the high. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. But you just gotta find some kind of balance, and that the first balance is you gotta figure out who you are within. So then once you figure out who you are within, now you can apply those principles without. You see what I'm saying? And you stick with those principles, but you gotta be willing to stick with it. Because if you're not willing to stick with it, it's not gonna work. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, going to a party and getting drunk and having fun and all that shit. Working on yourself don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not instant gratification. It takes months. It takes sometimes even years. But the thing about it, what I've learned from it, especially from meditating and stuff like that, the more you start to meditate, the more you start to pay attention to certain things in life, it starts popping up more. You start seeing more signs of it, and you start getting validation. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say it's just validation to keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It just like how with some people nowadays, you know, it's the 777s and all that kind of stuff. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a person could have been thinking about something at that moment, and then they turn right on the corner, and then the car in front of them, you know, got a triple number of, you know, whatever it might go with their situation. It's the same thing, but you first got to change your thinking, because if you don't think like that, then it's not going to come to you. Like, you have to think abundantly, basically. Like, all this is about is just being abundant, you know what I'm saying? Keeping your mind abundant and realizing the power that we hold, you know what I'm saying, just off our mind. Like, we already know what the tongue can do. Everybody already know how powerful the tongue is. We say it all the time, but you don't see people, you see people say it about the mind and stuff, but they don't really, you know what I'm saying, like 9 times out of 10, them people don't apply that stuff to their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, that's just what it is. A lot of people just talk about stuff just because it's to just be talked about, you know, and I understand that that's just life too. Just like how, you know, polarities, and if you got one extreme, you're gonna have another extreme. That's just life. That goes, you know, that same concept goes with when you're dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but you just gotta find a balance first within you. Once you find a balance within you, then you can start taking it outside and start dealing with it outside. Because in society, I think we got it backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to be this person on the outside, and we think that that's gonna make us something on the inside or make us feel some way on the inside. I say this though, you do get a rush, you know what I'm saying? But after that rush settles, you back to realizing or thinking or harping about whatever you was harping on, you know what I'm saying, before that rush. And that's just my experience, you know, that's just, but I feel like that's everybody. I don't think nobody's a alien amongst, you know what I'm saying? We all feel the same emotions. We all go through the same thing. We all, I honestly think everybody think the same thing to a certain extent. I honestly think that. It's just that most people don't act on it. You know what I'm saying? So if you just think it, it'll go away. It's like, you know, it's just like with anything else. When you just think, oh, I need to do this, but then say you get, you know, distracted by something else, then it goes away because it's a thought. But when you think something and then you act on it, it sticks. You know what I'm saying? Because then what I've seen in my experience is when you think on it, then you act on it, it sticks. And then not only does it sticks, it keeps happening. And then the craziest part is as it keep happening, you keep seeing new levels of it. Like it's never just like one level to how you can see things in life. And you know, most people see things shallow, you know what I'm saying? Most people are very shallow. They're shallow individuals, you know, and that just goes back to when I was talking about how people try to prep up their outside to make, you know what I'm saying, themselves feel like something on the inside. That just goes to show, you know, how shallow a person is. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like a flamboyant person. I could be, you know, but I've never been that. You know, I'm not a person that would do something just like out of my character, you know, personally, to get attention. And if I did, it's because I wasn't in the right mindset, you know what I'm saying? And because I know who I am. I know naturally how I am. But I also understand about how society can pressure you to be one way, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is. And it's a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more average people than it is people that's trying to not do what the average do. So you try to be one person standing up to, I'm just gonna pick a number, 36,000 people that's ready to fight you. Like that's just like, come on, you know what I'm saying? That's common sense. But at the end of the day, man, just find balance in life. But you gotta find that balance within you first. And then once you find that balance within you and you know who you are, you take that shit and then you apply it to your outside world. That's food for thought. You do the dishes. I'm LATWAN.